Welcome. My third weekend open house here at 994 Valley Road. And maybe that means third time's the charm. Let's hope. We're just looking for one. That's all it takes is one buyer. And then we have a sale. So how's everybody doing today? Yeah, Fairfield, Connecticut, open house style. That's what we're doing here. And I just wanted to pop on quickly, I guess. I was going to broadcast live to see if anybody wanted to see this house, but I think you've all seen this house at this point. I do have an option to do a stream from my website, do like a live stream of the open house. And the reason you do that is so people who can't get to the open house can possibly get here online and see the house. So I'm in Fairfield, Connecticut. I'm here to try to sell this amazing property, 994 Valley Road. And week 3, I had people ask, why isn't it sold yet? Well, we had an offer, it didn't come together, and now we have to go back to the market. What happens, I think, in a market like this is you're right in between the winter market and the spring market. So you're going to see some buyer activity that's a little weird. I mean, some of these people aren't really ready to buy yet. They're just kind of looking around. They're getting a feel, the nostalgia of spring, which is going to come sooner than later. Today's actually a perfect day for that. But my fear is on a day this nice, don't people want to go out and enjoy the day? They don't want to go checking out the houses, open houses, right? I don't know. I'm not really sure. S. Coop, Renee Woods, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm here doing an open house, and I think it's probably the worst day to do an open house because it's so beautiful and everybody wants to get outside and do something with the day, which I don't blame them. I'd probably do the same thing if I could, but I'm here trying to sell a piece of real estate because that's what I do. Oh goodness, it's beautiful there too in Minnesota. That's awesome, S-Coop. Yeah, we're here in Fairfield, Connecticut, and it's probably 65 degrees today. It's really beautiful out. But like I said, in a day like this, most people are out doing stuff. They're working on their houses. They're out, maybe going apple picking or something with their kids. You never really know. But I'm still here doing the work. I'm here trying to see if I could sell this house. It's 81 in Oklahoma. Oh my goodness. That is unbelievable. We're here in Fairfield. I can't get this camera to stay even, but I'm doing my best with it. Anyway, got a laptop here so I can take everybody's information. See if I can find myself some new clients. We're looking for buyers. We're looking for sellers. We're looking for anybody and everybody who's looking for real estate. That's what I do. Let me help a brother or sister out, Trying to fix this still. There we go. So we have a piano here that I played last week. Goofy things came out. But I did write a piece of music that I think is really, really pretty. Oh, we're waiting for someone. Maybe I'll play it for you guys, see what you think. Of course, the goofy stuff may come out. This is a pretty cool song. Let's see. Let's see if it sounds as good as I think it does. I don't know how to play piano, so just keep that in mind. I'm just playing stuff here. Let's see, can I turn this so you see it better? Yeah, like that. There we go. I'll get it. That's not it. wish I knew all the the notes, but that's the vibe, sort of. I like that. That's so pretty. That's kind of, but I can't get the whole thing to work. I wish I knew how to play. I don't know how to play at all, like literally. I just play the blacks. That's why. And then you can play stuff like. Liberace, some people call them. I have a cute calic. Yeah, I don't know how to do my hair properly, especially the back. I just love. Whatever. Yeah, not much of a piano player at all, but you know, I'll still goof around when I see a piano because any musical instrument can be played, just whether or not you can play it well. You know, that's the challenge, is playing it well. My son's been playing piano and he's actually really good. So that, I was playing that little, oops, I was playing that little piece for him last night and he's like, that sounds really cool. I was like, what is it? I was like, I don't know. I don't know how to play. I don't know how to read the music. I just know how to goof around. That's basically what we do. Yeah, you don't usually have the side view, yeah, of me playing guitar, you know. Anyway, so it's quiet here. Again, it's so beautiful out. I'm just not sure if I'm going to have many people come to this open house today. A Quiet Soul's here. Hey, A Quiet Soul. So, guys, if you can, I have that natural light behind me, right? Oh, that light. Yeah, that light's pretty cool. That's actually really cool. So, I don't know. I mean, I got a lot of stuff I'm editing, just so you guys know. A couple things. I'm thinking about putting out a full, like one video, but it's the Bob Marley tribute concert. So from last week when we did that for the cover night, I started going through and cutting these songs up. Oh my goodness, like one after the other. This thing we did with No Woman, No Cry was so powerful. I cut out most of the song and just went right to that jam at the end where it was this vocal looping and stuff. It was totally amazing. The other one that was so crazy was, what is it called? Burning and Looting. Oh my goodness, Burning and Looting was ridiculous. The guitar playing was like, so I'm going to drop that. Then I'm dropping Three Little Birds, and then like all these songs. Then I got No Woman, No Cry, and I got Redemption Song, and I'm thinking to myself, wouldn't it be cool like we did with the Beatles, where I just release a 30-minute like piece of content, and it's all of the songs back to back, little tribute concert, and then I'll also drop them one by one, so you'll get to see them each singly. But at least you'll be able to watch them all in order the way they were played that night. There's a few I had to cut out because they just weren't, you know, they're okay, but nothing good enough to put in. Like the I Shot the Sheriff was so crazy, but it wasn't complete, so I just took the whole thing out. But it was pretty freaking fire. So I don't know, can't always get it the way you want it, but at least I got about 4 or 5 really cool songs there. And just like the, you know, All Along the Watchtower, I thought I would do the same thing with all of the covers I've played, is just start dropping them so you guys can maybe enjoy them. I think people have an interest in hearing cover songs more than they do originals for some reason. But maybe if they like the covers enough, they'll listen to my originals. Who knows? Isn't the bread thing? Oh, let's see. I also heard that you need to bury a statue of St. Joseph in the property in order to sell the house. Have you ever baked a loaf of bread in the house yet? No, I haven't done that. Isn't it activate that home feeling in the brain? I'm not sure. Well, yeah, I think the what I've actually heard or seen before, and even done, I think once I did this, was cinnamon rolls. You put cinnamon buns in the oven and you get them nice and hot, so the smell just permeates the entire house. So when people walk in, it feels like home. Like, ooh, the smell of cinnamon rolls. It could be anything, really. You can put cinnamon in like one of those little tincture bottles and let it just permeate. But there's something about the home smell. You're right. When you got something cooking, or bread or whatever, it does. There's an effect that takes place. Yeah, well, that's the question. You know, it's not really that. I think the issue with this one is we had an offer, and then I put it out to the market. The way this works here is when you get an offer, you have to tell the rest of the people. Usually you just kind of see if you can get it together, but now the new rules are you get an offer, you got to alert the whole marketplace that you're now reviewing offers. So, okay, I did that. And then maybe a day or so after we, you know, alerted the market, the offer just didn't come together. And so now I'm back to square one last weekend, and then now this weekend, where I'm trying to see if I could put the energy back into the, you know, canon, so to speak. So we'll see. I think it's still, it's 2:38, so it's not looking optimistic that there's going to be a ton of people out today. Yes, so it takes the others out of the picture. I thought I heard somebody walking in. But hopefully we get enough viewers, foot traffic today, because it just takes one. Just need a few people to come through and see this place. I would tell you, I had a couple of random phone calls, like people whose clients saw it and they're like, oh, my client loves it. Just, you know, can you let me know when you have an offer? I'm like, what? Who does that? Who says, let me know when you have an offer so my clients can put an offer in? I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you put an offer in and be in a bidding war when you can go and get a property up front, you know? So that one didn't come through, so now we're back to square one, so to speak, you know? It wasn't the loan, no, we just didn't come together, you know? Yeah, I think that's true. Anybody else who saw that I marked it as reviewing offers assumes we accepted something. Because usually in this market, if you are reviewing offers, that means you have multiple offers. But for me, it was a matter of doing the right thing, which is just to present, we got an offer, let the market know we're reviewing offers. If you got one, present it. And they just didn't come in. So now it's like, okay, back to square one. And that's where we are now. Now, I would say this. We're in this in-between market where they usually say Super Bowl is the beginning of spring. So we're kind of in the spring market. This is the first day of spring, I would say. It's a beautiful day today. So we're going to start seeing nicer weather, which means more people are going to start feeling like buying. You have to feel like buying. People that were out there in the winter, those are have to buyers, you know? Then you have the feels like buying people and the ones that are like, I'm going to buy this summer, and they're out now looking, you know? And so basically we have a fresh set of buyers coming up soon. And I'm hoping that maybe those people come out here and jump all over it. So that's basically where we are, you know? I still, you know, I'm not sure if even the people that were there at the beginning are still interested, but I would be trying to work with them if I could, you know, be like, look, we put a deal together, you know? But that's not for me. I'm just the real estate agent. And I'm here trying to see if I can get more offers so my clients can have something to consider. It's basically the job, you know? Yeah, Quiet Soul knows because she does the business too. Yes. The process is pretty, I mean, the ins and outs of it, everybody's got their own process. Title has a process too. But the real estate process is when you could find somebody who wants the property, then it's a matter of getting them to start the paperwork, you know? Again, I had somebody, she's even emailing me now. She says, why isn't it sold? My client wants to know. They're really interested, but they want to know why it isn't sold. I'm like, well, if they're really interested, why aren't they putting an offer in? What are we talking about? Oh, we're really interested. Tell me if you get an offer. Like, what? Doesn't even make sense. But that's what's going on. I think someone's here. Let's go out and check. No, no one's here. It's like 70 degrees. Nobody's coming out. 2:41. I got an hour and 20 minutes. So my thought is this. If I'm going to be sitting here and it's not going to be a very action-packed open house, it's like I could broadcast the whole time to you guys, but wouldn't it be better if I got that Bob Marley thing together for you guys? Wouldn't it be better if I start cutting some of those songs so you have some content today? So maybe that's what I'll do is I'll drop some things for you. Yeah, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I mean, like I said, I think that No Woman, No Cry thing that happened with this like 8-part vocal harmony and then the bass and then the steel drums and then just like an all-out jam took place at the end. I'm pretty sure that's like ridiculous, but I don't know. Like if it's good, how do we get people to see that? Because that's the type of thing that should go viral, like a acapella-ish vibe of No Woman, No Cry with its own, oh, I mean, the beat seat, the whole thing was crazy. I think I put the beat seat in. I don't even remember actually now, but it was a really good song. And that's what I realized, like how many of these songs, every time I play cover night, I never drop any of those songs for you. Like Creep, I think was so good last night. I have to go back and see that. Oh, and then the other night, and this is something I thought of last night. This was kind of crazy. So late last night, I'm downloading the songs from 2 nights ago, which one of them was Free Fallin'. And as you guys know, during Free Fallin', the entire song, it said Elgato on the screen. You saw my feet and Elgato on the top where I'm supposed to be. So I thought, well, the song is so good, like maybe I should release it anyway, but then it should be a music video. So now I'm like, well, how do I do that? So I did a couple backgrounds and I tried to just lip sync my vocals along with these weird backgrounds, like me traveling down Ventura Boulevard in a car, and then me like free falling through the sky with clouds behind me, like I'm jumping out of a freaking plane or something. It probably looks terrible. I haven't even looked at it or downloaded it yet, but I did think it would be kind of cool to try that. And so I may make a music video out of Free Fallin'. Why? I don't know, but I guess because I thought of it. But we have a lot of songs to get out. Even the original stuff, like so many I can't get to. So I don't know, guys. I don't think I'll ever be able to release all this stuff. I just don't have the time, and I don't make money for it, so it's really pointless for me to spend time doing it. But I do want to release it and have it out into the world, so I keep doing it. So I'll continue to do so, is all I'm basically saying. That being said, I guess I'll be back later for a actual Mark Pires show, you know. That's true. I do enjoy it, and you're absolutely right about that. Quiet Soul said, I key in the new orders, the full contracts, refis, informationals, errors and omissions. Is that what that is? Omissions and errors, maybe? 45-year searches, issue final orders. Yeah, you do a lot, for sure. If you had one song to use as a 2-minute clip for others to see, what would it be? In what capacity, I guess, is just like where people find the show for the first time and listen? I'd probably say Touch the Stars. But if it's a matter of what cover song, I'm not sure. I don't even know what cover songs people like that I play. But we should start doing more like, we should start doing more of this like, hey, try this, try that, Mark. You know what I mean? And if we kind of ask the chat the things that they enjoy most and just start delivering more of that, you know? I think that'd be the best way to go. Oh, my songs. Yeah, I would say probably Touch the Stars. I mean, every song is special to me, but I think that Touch the Star song is really cool. So if it was just a 2 minutes, that or I mean, it's hard because if I could go into songs and just take the best 2 minutes of any song, it'd be like, geez, I don't even know. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really sure what gathers the most interest from people that are watching. Like, what song is it? A pop song? Is it a blues song? Is it a guitar-driven song? Is it a vocally, pretty type of song? What's the one that people are most gravitating towards? And then that's the song we should use as a 2 minute song, and just put it as like the intro to the show or something. Oh, you're awesome, Renee Woods. We love watching what you do, what you love to do. Well, you know what? That's awesome. Thank you so much, because I really can say that's the one thing it is I'm really just doing what I want. And maybe that's why I'm in that status of harmful for YouTube, but saying what I want, doing what I want, making comedy about what I want, that seems to be a thing to be afraid of in 2024, is like somebody who's not controllable, and I'm definitely not someone you can control, as you can tell, because they've tried multiple times in many, many ways, including this new one, to get me to stop. Like, I think about this. I got a notification out of the blue for no reason. I did nothing wrong, saying you're being demonetized. Like, what? Yeah, your content's harmful. What? But wait, I didn't get a strike or anything. You're just doing it? Yeah, no, we reviewed your channel and we see that it's a harmful channel. Like, you motherfucker. You guys have been doing that since day one. Since day one, you've been considering me harmful. You just never told me. You'd be like, no, we don't have any tactics in order to shadow ban. That's how you shadow ban me. You just labeled me as harmful, which means I don't go into the algorithm. That's why we talked about everybody that does know I exist came here from other platforms. They wouldn't have found me if I was just doing my show every day and they just happened upon me. Never would have happened, because it still hasn't to this day for everybody else. So you're here because of somebody else that cared enough to tell you about me. Thank you, Mark Wages, and anybody else that, Hilly Billy, and everybody else who spreads the word, Ron Tyler. Those people are the reason why you found me, and we have to do more of that. That's the only thing we know that works. Like, we got to get other creators to mention the show. That's basically the only way we're going to grow. Because the guy who did the Bible thing on me had 4 million subscribers. When he mentioned my name and gave me a pat on the back for creating that piece of content, that wound up bringing us about 5,000 subscribers. That's massive. That's the point. We need more creators like that to spread the word about what we're doing and say, screw these people who run the platform. Clearly, they're not going to get behind you. But we get behind you, Mark. Need 4 clips so far. Everyone will say easy to do form to send out, and if they have a choice. The other thing I think would be good is getting on with Jason, because Jason Lee has been talking to me on the sideline about stuff. He works with a local TV channel on the advertising side, but he's been giving me some useful information. Like, one of his best suggestions yet was get rid of the microphone. Like, people want to see you. Take that microphone away. Use a lapel microphone like I have here. And even though it takes more to set it up every day that way and to constantly charge the batteries for it, doing that is a better, more professional looking show than having a huge microphone come in front of my face on every single show for the last 5 years. So now, as you can see, I am basically showing up almost every day without that microphone, unless it's just music, and that's it. If we're getting into music and that's it, that microphone's out. But outside of that, I'm showing up, so it's a clean show, and you have a full screen to see me. So that's one of the easier and simple adjustments that we made. Is Sig here? My brother, so good to see you, pal. We miss you, bud. We miss you. I gave you a shout out the other day. So guys, just so you know, when I say that the other creators who've mentioned this show, and that's why you're here, they only knew about me because of Sig Sauer. So Sig Sauer was the one who went and started speaking to people like Scott from Planet X, and then to Wages World, and to Marfugel, and all these other people that only know about me because of Sig Sauer. And then, of course, they went and told you. And so that's why 6 Hour, you guys should all be patting on the back. You should always be like, 6 Hour. It should be like songs written about 6 Hour for what he did in order to get you guys here. And that was huge. That was huge. Sig, I don't know if you noticed or heard, but officially YouTube called my content harmful. And so I'm demonetized on the platform now. So now we're trying to figure out where's the new home for the show. Is it X? Is it Rumble? Where is it going to be? It's going to be someplace because I don't want to be somewhere I'm not wanted. And clearly YouTube doesn't want me. So where do we go? Where do we go from here? I'm trying to also see if I can go back and adjust thumbnails and titles so I can maybe get them to reconsider this insane decision. But it's going to be hard to do that. 4,100 plus pieces of content. I don't know how the hell I'm going to go through all that. I can't even go through 50 or 60 pieces. I get like bored. I'm like, I'm really going to spend all the time doing this? How long am I going to spend? Do you know how long it would take for me to go through 4,100 pieces of content? Like, and then edit each one so it's, I don't even know what the hell they have a problem with. So I'm like I'm making changes because I hope they'll be okay with it. And then at the end they're like, no, screw you, dude. We hated you since day one. We're not giving you a chance. So anyway, that's where we are. We figured it out. Now we know 100%, which is at least something positive within the negative. And now we adjust. We figure out what do we do. And yeah, it would be amazing if I could get myself onto like a primetime network or anything like that. Or even onto a talk show that has more followers than me. You know, everybody who watches my show watches other shows. And some of you guys are mods on other shows. Suggest to them that, you know, there's a guy who's live for almost 1,900 days in a row. You ever want to interview him or ask him any questions or even he'll write a song for you. He'll create some comedy for you, talk about anything. I'll talk about anything on anybody else's platform. Talk about politics if you want. I mean, I'll do the Trump impression anywhere else. But we have to, I think, as a group or as a family, work on getting not only people on my show for interviews, but getting me on other people's shows for interviews. And Ron Tyler wants to have me on his show. I'm hoping that will happen because I really would like to speak with him. And Raven Kiefer's coming on my show, which is going to be awesome. So the more we do that, the more we reach out and interconnect. Like I have an option here with this vertical feed where I can go live with somebody else. I could call Wages, for example, right now, and the two of us will be on the screen together chatting. And I'm like, why am I not doing that with everybody? You know what I mean? Like call up Wages right now and we're doing it. Like you have to set it up at the beginning of the stream if you're going to do that. But I got to start reaching out to people and saying, let's make this happen. The other thing, Zoom allows us now to connect at low latency, which means I can play music with another person anywhere else in the world, like live. And I'm saying, why aren't we doing live concerts where I have somebody join me to write a song each week, Thursday or Friday night? But they gotta be someone who could step up. Like I don't want, and I'm not trying to sound like a jerk at this, but you guys see how I play guitar and how I play music. They have to be able to play at my level or it's just gonna be bad. We don't want people they can't keep the rhythm or they can't play well. Like we want people that are freaking ridiculous because that's how we're gonna make amazing music. So I'm looking for amazing bass players, amazing guitarists, amazing drummers, amazing anything, saxophone players, whatever, but they have to be amazing. And then that's what's gonna create the most like unbelievable music. Like I need somebody that I don't have to bring along. I want somebody who's leading me, somebody who's better than me. Can we find people that are really, there's so many awesome musicians out there, but I want to make sure that people I bring on aren't people that have been playing for a few years. They play good, they play well, but not at the level I need them to play at. I want like studio worthy players and we're creating some ridiculous content right in the moment. And we're all doing our own thing within the loop, you know? So I could say that because I remember I used to play with this guy, Bob. And Bob was such a good guitar player. And I was just starting, I was a rhythm guitar player, so I couldn't play any lead at all. But I remember hearing this dude play lead and I'm like, how the heck do you make those noises? How the heck do you get that smooth, like bluesy vibe on that? And then now it's like I'm here doing it and I'm like, yeah, I get it. It's a matter of playing. It's a matter of owning that instrument and ripping that thing up. And everybody plays it differently. Everybody plays those strings differently. That's the reality. Is you got to find your own style, you know? Yeah, drummer would be cool too. So that's where I think it would be pretty cool if we can wind up getting some people on that way, you know? Oh, really, Renee? I didn't realize that. I actually went on maybe a month or so ago to try to say hi to Tommy. The freaking messages went by so quick. He never saw anything I said. But I'm not sure. I haven't spoken to him. He used to come into our show, you know. And Wages obviously is busy too. I haven't seen him in a little while. But yeah, I appreciate anybody who's going to mention our show. I mean, I honestly think that people that are watching that show should be watching my show every day. Like, I'm on at a totally different time than the lifeboat. Like, everybody who's tuning into the show should be here, and they're not, you know. But I don't have any control over that. But those are the same people. Those are the people that we have the same messaging. I remember when he first came into the chat, I was promoting the hell out of him because he's trying to help people. He's trying to help the world, trying to bring people together. And I'm like, yeah, same message, you know. So if I had the audience, I'd be continuing to shift them over there. I just don't. Yeah, I do appreciate when them or anybody are saying anything nice. We had somebody the other day came in from Facebook who found us and then posted the link on the lifeboat. I guess they're a fan of the show, and they're like, "Hey, you just earned a share on the lifeboat." I'm like, "No way! I know Tommy. Obviously, I wrote a song about the lifeboat at some point. I can't find it, but it was a cool song, if I recall. I don't know if you guys were here for that." But Tommy was in the chat. I wrote it for him, and then he was gone when I finished the song. So I think he may have left before I even started it. Who knows? But I never dropped it. I never even pulled it. So it's somewhere in my show. But I'm on the same time as Marfugel. Yeah, but not in the morning. In the morning, I'm on same time as nobody. Specifically, like I know Tommy's on it at 8. I specifically chose 9 just because that's an easy in-between spot if he winds up, you know, being a little late even. Wages isn't on during the mornings. You know, he's on at night. So, and then I was still trying to, with the night show, if you can tell, it hasn't been lately, but I was trying to get on at 9, so 9 and 9. And then I'd bypass Marfugel as well. But, you know, I can't control that. I have kids, so I get on when I can get on at night. And realistically, I mean, the night shows are bonus shows because the start of this year, I said I'm doing a morning show, and that's it. And then I think it was a day after one day where I had a lot of family members like, "Oh, we got nothing else to do at night. That sucks." And I'm like, "Well, I can't leave my fam in the lurch, so we're doing a night show as well." So then we started 2 shows a day. But the reality is, I mean, I started the 2 shows a day because I thought, okay, well, if we do that, maybe we can break through and we could somehow get this somewhere. But I mean, it's why I am very frustrated, guys. I just have no idea how to do anything with this show, like for it to actually be worthwhile, I guess, to put all the time I put in, you know, twice a day. And I still can't, I mean, not still can't, I literally will not be able to use YouTube to make any money. And so it's like, I got 3 kids. My son's going to be a sophomore in high school next year. He's in a private school. I can't, it's like crazy. And I'm a real estate agent. It's like everything I've done here has been to bring this world together, but it's also been to see if I can make a freaking shekel or 2 to help with what's coming next. 3 kids in college, you know, real estate agent with an up and down market, and the market's about to get really bad. And I have these talents that seem to not generate any income. And I don't know, I mean, obviously I shot myself in the foot by doing all the Trump stuff, you know. I just never thought it would do that. I never thought that comedy would be treated like that. But we are where we are, you know? And so now I have to figure out, what do I do here? What do I do, you know? Because I can't go 2,500 days in a row being demonetized, and on day 2,500 in a row, I'm on to 9 people. Like, I'm doing my best to give everything I can to this world, but it's like I get nothing back from the world, you know? It's like when you're doing so much to reach a huge community of people, but you can never reach those people. And again, I'm not trying to complain or anything. I'm just trying to say that is something you have to take a stark look at and say, okay, well, how much time can you really put into something you're never going to make money at? And then the rest of it, you got to back into things you make money at. You got to go out there and sell some real estate. You got to go out there and get a second job, third job, fourth job, whatever the frick. I'll be Haymon if I have to. Because if I can't ever generate this into a living because of things I said or whatever content I created years ago, whatever it is, then I'm going to have to figure something else out. You know, work a quarry, I don't know. But this is the challenge with my current state. So I'm doing my best. I mean, I show up every day. I'm as positive as I possibly can and try not to let these things get to me. But it's a lot, guys. It's a lot. So anyway, we're dealing with it. We're figuring it out as we go. It's the best I can do. I don't know anything else. I don't have the answers. I wish I did. I wish I knew any of these answers. I don't. But I sort of do, and I just don't want to believe it, and that's why I keep showing up, And I think that's the real issue with this entire streak or whatever. I don't know. Definitely a lot to ponder, I don't plan on it, but I have sort of threw a little fit when you weren't going to do a night show. Yeah, I know. I would love to do 5 shows a day. I mean, that's the thing is if you get to a point where you have enough views, then you're generating a monthly income for what you do, and then it's like, yeah, dude, go to town on it. But Mark Pires, how are you, my friend? So good to see you. But when you can't, because of their decisions, get seen or create an income from it, and Mark would be the first one to tell me that I'm right about this, then you gotta adjust or you gotta close up shop. It's one or the other. And so I got to adjust because I'm not going to close up shop. I'm not going to stop the streak, but I also don't know if I can do 2 shows a day, to 9 people or to 40 or 50 people, and then struggle through real estate and everything else trying to make a living, because I'm just spending hours a day on this, thinking, okay, the next piece of content, the next song, the next news story is going to get views enough where people are going to be able to help build this platform to a point where I can actually tell my wife, hey, I'm making a little something for this. If I was a single guy, it'd be a whole different ballgame. Like, whatever, dude, do you, you know what I mean? But married, 3 kids, and I show up every day twice, and I can't, now we know with YouTube, I'm kind of screwed. So anyway, I don't know. I'm at a loss. I really am. Maybe the stuff that I don't think is polarizing is, and they are. These people are so triggered by everything, and even things that are funny. They're still getting triggered, and to the point where you become harmful, to the welfare of these mentally challenged people. That's the world we live in. Why do we get into this conversation? Maybe because I'm here at my open house for the last 37 minutes and we haven't had a visitor. And so I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I got to sell this house. I got to sell real estate because I can't get a couple thousand people to watch me when I'm live in order to make a few dollars on this channel. So, but yeah, it's dead here. What are we supposed to do with a place like this? I can't get anybody to show up to this open house. If you guys can hit the like while you're here, I appreciate it. I think it may be a little harder to find the like than usual for some reason. But yeah, we're here, open house, 994 Valley Road in Fairfield, Connecticut. And this is the 3rd week of open houses that I've had here. I mean, I'll do an open house every single weekend if I can meet some new clients, and sell a house. But when you go and you have just 1 or 2 viewers, it's kind of sucks, Especially, I could be with my kids right now. I could definitely be doing other things. But this is the job. That's why I say it's a tough job. People think real estate's so easy. I love back. But yeah, real estate's not an easy job. There's no easy jobs, especially because the real estate business is not about the selling of real estate. It's about generating leads. My job title shouldn't say realtor. It should say lead generator. Like, that's all I'm supposed to be doing is generating leads, because I finish up selling this and then I got to find a new listing. I got to find a new buyer. So you're constantly reinventing yourself, essentially. Yes, I know, Mark. We've been talking about that for a while. Mark, why don't we just do it? I'm live every morning now. I'm doing 9 a.m. during the week, and then night times as well, still around 10. But why don't send me a note? Can you guys send my email address to Mark? Or Mark, it's just mp@markpires.com. Shoot me an email so we can connect, because I'd love to bring you on and we could set it up as a really cool event for you to give some information to the viewers about how they can somehow generate some income in 2024, or save up their current nest egg a little better. Go outside and pull your pants leg up, Mark, and shake your little knee at them. You're so funny. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I'm going to probably start editing these songs since I'm here. I'll get that Bob Marley stuff done for you guys and release it. If it's going to be dead here, I'd rather get something done, And I will be back later. If you guys have suggestions, like I appreciate the fact that Renee's doing that stuff on the back end to try to see if she could, you know, kind of rock the waves a little bit. I'm really at a loss as far as all the other stuff. I could push live, you know, I could drop content. I just don't know. The rest of it, I may just be doomed, you know. But I do believe the only way out of a hole is with help. So we'll have to figure that out. Harvey in the house. Good to see you. Maybe this kick is a new, better beginning. So true. The question is, where do we go? Where do we go to say, okay, this is where we're going to say is home base, and every day we're going to go there, and everyone's going to show up? That's the question. Because it doesn't seem to be X. Like I went on X yesterday. I don't get anybody to see anything. And it's like, I even took the step where it's like, Elon Musk said, if you get yourself verified, you'll get preference, and when you post and people will see your stuff. I did that. I did a verification like 2-3 months ago for Twitter, just so I could not have to see if I can get something sold or shown. Nothing. It's like a freaking dead end abyss there. And there's 419 followers, something like that. But I don't think even they see it. It's funny. I don't know how X works. I really don't. But I do believe when they put all these people into this kind of like abyss, they never release those people. Yeah, the big guys were released, but not the small people. The small people are still there. Small people are still trying to figure out how to be seen. I see a lot of people saying the same thing, so I don't think I'm off on that. Elon Musk should erase the file they had for algorithm, whatever they had to keep people in groups and keep them away. That should stop. Anyway, the only thing I could do is start my own platform, start my own internet, you know, like social media page, and say that's where we're going live every day. Everything else is, I'm forced to follow the mechanism and the guidelines of insane people. And they still call me things that aren't true. So anyway, that's where we are, guys. We're living in the twilight zone. I'm going to get to some editing, plug my phone, it's about to die. I do appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. I wish I could see who's here, but it doesn't tell me, unfortunately. Like, this is a little different here when you do the vertical live stream on YouTube. It just kind of shows you that there's 10 people on, but it doesn't say who. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you so much for supporting me over and over through whatever's going on a daily basis and whatever the world is saying or doing. You guys are here, and I really appreciate that. Thank you. And remember, I will be back later to put on a normal Mark Pires show for the 1889th day in a row. Yes, I must be insane. Or really just, yeah, probably just insane at this point. I can't figure out why the hell I'm showing up still. Actually, I do. It's you guys. You guys are the reason I show up. Like I proved that. I was going to do a morning show. And then when I saw Renee and other people that were really like, didn't know what to do, and I was, not necessarily, but they were like, what are we going to do? There's no show tonight. And so I show up every day, twice a day for you guys. It's the reality. So hopefully we can somehow bypass YouTube in some other manner so we can generate enough, because it's like that the sting of the people I do know is being like, dude, it's clearly, you know, you've been doing it, you know, it's clearly, maybe you should hang it up, you know, like how long are you gonna keep doing that thing? Like you're still live, you're still going live, and how many people are on? 8, 9, I don't know. So it's weird. It's a tough thing for me, guys, but I do my best with it. I do my best. Hit the like if you can, and leave a comment. I'll do my best to stay as positive as possible, but I am in the twilight zone, as you guys know. Until later, thank you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. Have a great Sunday.